Welcome to Car Flash, your go-to source for real car reviews, deep dives, and everything that gets your pulse racing on four wheels. Today, we're diving into something that's stirring up serious excitement, the 2025 Dodge Neon SRT4. Yes, the name is back, and Dodge didn't come to play. If you've been waiting for the return of a compact performance icon, buckle up, this one's gonna be wild. Exterior: right off the bat, the first thing that grabs your attention is the aggressive face of the new SRT4. It's not shy. Dodge designers have given it a low, wide stance, paired with a sleek but muscular front end. The grille takes cues from the Charger and Hornet, featuring that blacked-out honeycomb mesh with a bold red SRT badge that screams business. The LED headlights are razor-sharp, sweeping backward in a way that gives the car a focused, almost predatory look. There are also functional vents integrated into the lower bumper for better airflow and cooling, not just for show. And speaking of function, there's a subtle hood scoop that's actually doing work, channeling air to keep the turbocharged engine cool under pressure. Moving to the side, the profile is tight and athletic. This isn't your average compact car. The body lines are crisp, stretching from the front fender all the way to the rear, adding a sense of speed even when it's standing still. Dodge offers it with 18-inch lightweight alloys wrapped in low-profile performance rubber, and those wheels sit tight under flared fenders that hint at the car's upgraded suspension. The side skirts are subtly sculpted, helping with aerodynamics and giving it a lower, planted feel. And they didn't skimp on the details: the blacked-out mirror caps, optional red brake calipers, and that shadowed window trim all pulled together to give it a properly aggressive street-ready vibe. Now swing around to the rear and it's more of the same attitude. The 2025 SRT4 rocks a blacked-out rear diffuser and dual chrome-tipped exhausts that growl every time you let off the throttle. The taillights are full LED with a connected light bar that stretches across the trunk lid, clean and modern. And yes, there's a small spoiler mounted on the deck, not too big, not too small, just enough to remind you this car isn't just for commuting. Everything about the back says catch me if you can. Inside, Dodge has leveled up the Neon more than anyone expected. Step inside interior and you'll find a surprisingly refined but unmistakably sporty cockpit. The seats are bolstered just right, hugging you tight without feeling like you're crammed into a race seat. The upholstery is a mix of Alcantara and leather, with contrast stitching that matches the exterior color, red, blue, or even a limited edition neon green. Dodge didn't forget the driver-focused details either. The flat-bottom steering wheel is thick and wrapped in perforated leather, with metal paddle shifters that feel premium and responsive. Front and center is a 10.25-inch digital cluster that's fully customizable. Whether you want classic gauges, a performance view with boost pressure and G-force, or even a minimalist layout, it's all there. The infotainment system is a 12-inch touchscreen running the latest Uconnect software. It's fast, sharp, and supports wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. There's even a dedicated SRT performance page where you can monitor lap times, throttle input, brake pressure. It's that serious. In the center console, you've got a drive mode selector that actually changes the character of the car. Comfort mode tones things down for daily driving, but once you switch to sport or track, you unlock sharper throttle response, tighter steering, and more aggressive shifts. There's also a launch control feature baked in, which we'll get into when we talk performance. Cabin materials feel much more upscale than what you'd expect from a Neon. Soft touch surfaces, real metal accents, ambient lighting, and solid switchgear all make this feel like a legit hot hatch for 2025. Let's talk about what really matters here, performance. Under the hood, the 2025 Dodge Neon SRT4 is powered by a 2.0-liter turbocharged inline-4 engine that pumps out a wild 310 horsepower and 295 pound-feet of torque. This thing is not messing around. Power is sent to the front wheels through a 6-speed manual transmission. Yes, manual only with an electronic limited slip differential to help put all that torque down without lighting up the tires every time you shift. The result: 0 to 60 in 4.9 seconds, and it feels every bit that fast. The turbo kicks in early, with barely any lag, and the engine pulls hard all the way to the red line. The manual gearbox is slick and mechanical, with short throws and a satisfying clutch that's firm but manageable. It feels analog in the best way possible, and with the performance exhaust singing in the background, it's an absolute riot to drive. Handling is tight and responsive, thanks to a retuned suspension with adaptive dampers. In sport or track mode, body roll is minimal, and the car stays flat through corners. The steering is quick and gives you just enough feedback to feel connected to the road. Dodge also improved the chassis rigidity and dropped some weight compared to older models, making this version way more nimble. On twisty back roads, it feels planted and confident, and at the track, it's more than capable of hanging with bigger, more expensive rivals. Brakes: Brembo 4-piston calipers up front with ventilated rotors all around. You can stop on a dime and trust me, you'll want to. Despite all this performance, Dodge made sure the SRT4 can still be usable daily. There's enough room in the back for 2 adults, say 3 in a pinch, and the trunk space is solid for a compact sedan. Fuel economy is respectable too, coming in at around 24 mpg city and 32 highway, assuming you're not constantly flooring it out, which, let's be real, you probably will be. Now, price-wise, Dodge made this car surprisingly accessible. The base SRT4 starts at $32,995, which is aggressive considering what you get. Fully loaded with performance packages, premium sound, and some extra cosmetic upgrades, you're looking at around $37,000, still a bargain when you consider the horsepower per dollar ratio and what else is on the market. Rivals like the Civic Type R, Golf GTI, or Hyundai Elantra N are all in the same space, but the Neon SRT4 brings a raw, old-school attitude that feels like a throwback to when compact performance cars had real personality. So here's the bottom line: the 2025 Dodge Neon SRT4 isn't just a revival, it's a statement. It's loud, proud, and unapologetically fun. Dodge managed to blend modern tech with classic performance cues, giving us a car that doesn't just look fast, it is fast, and it feels alive behind the wheel. Whether you're a long-time fan of the original SRT4 or someone looking for your next fun daily with a bit of attitude, this car deserves a serious look. If you enjoyed this deep dive and want more raw, unfiltered car content, hit that like button, subscribe to Car Flash, and drop a comment telling us what you think of the new SRT4. Would you daily it, track it, or maybe mod it and go even further? We've got more performance reviews, walkarounds, and first drives coming up, so stay locked in. Until next time, keep it in gear. This is Car Flash, and we'll see you on the road.